Hey guys and occasional girls, my name is GrrrVahrrr and this is Viking Battle for Asgard. This game is bad. It is just really bad. Not even partially bad or infuriatingly bad. It is 100% soul-crushingly bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hoping that the games I play will be bad. It makes no sense. When I found Battle for Asgard on Steam, I thought, wow, I haven't heard anything about this game from any critic I trust. Maybe it is one of those gems that slipped under the radar. I'm gonna try it. Once again, the game industry proves that optimism is never ever rewarded. At least being cynical keeps you from going insane, disappointed and utterly depressed. So, here we go. Well, I'd love to start with a story, except there is none. In fact, the story, like every other thing in this game, is a soulless dead checkbox on the list of things that should be in any game, but the devs didn't give a shit about. You play Skyrim, a Viking and a silent protagonist. God, I'm tired of those. But in this case, I honestly don't think he can speak at all. He looks like a Neanderthal, doesn't do anything useful except hitting things with blunt sticks, does what he's told like a mindless dog, and whenever he opens his mouth, he sounds like he's passing an extremely large kidney stone. Dog comparison isn't random in fact, because he's a son of Fenrir, a giant Norse mythology wolf. What's funny, he didn't know that, but he's just told about it closer to the end of the game, and this vision should have clarified it somehow. There is no character progression to speak of. Skyrim starts as a thick skull ogre and finishes as a thick skull ogre. Nothing happens to him, he's not interesting in any possible respect and as relatable as an office shredder. Well, there is a thing that can make him slightly relatable. He's stuck in a conflict between two really pissed off women, and they are pissed off at each other. Apparently Hel messed up Freya's kitchen with Midgard, so Freya found a man to clean up after Hel and politely asked her to leave the house. As a reward, she promised Skyrim a quickie after he's done. Being blue-balled for years because no woman wants to come even close to the poor sob, which is no surprise since water is like acid to him, so he never ever showers, Skyrim accepts the challenge. After all is done, Freya, being a sensible lady, tells Skyrim to fuck off and forget about shagging, which makes Skyrim mad. Skyrim smash! After a realization that he would better get familiar with his right hand for the rest of his life, he decides to kill everybody, unleashing the apocalypse. Talking about an overreaction.
The warrior looked towards the chains of Fenrir, and he tore them apart!
The cleaning up part is where the gameplay lies, and it is as dull, tedious and repetitive as it can get. Like in real life, no one in this world cares about it except the person who was promised a reward for doing it. Well, that is exactly how my ex made me to wash the dishes.
Know that each time you free a portal from Hell's control, then I will do this for you. Let us begin.
Skyrim's task is a bit harder though. He has to liberate 3 islands with 6 towns on them. He does that by waving his sword and axe at enemies, raising an army and completing quests, as you would imagine. Combat in this game is a slow and unresponsive piece of crap which controls worse than a greasy pig on ice. First of all, you definitely need a pod to play it, and second of all, every fight is won by simple button mashing. You have a quick attack, a strong attack and a jump. That you can combine in the simplest ways only after purchasing combos. And I do mean in the simplest ways, because X combo is such an advanced technique for only real pro gamers. You only get it on the 3rd island. And you will love purchasing moves in this game. You pay for them, do once, and then you're told that you mastered it by doing it once.
You have mastered this move, warrior. Go now.
death system in this game is atrocious. There is no death penalty whatsoever at any point of the game, so for me dying transformed into a quick travel mechanic. Finish the quest in the middle of nowhere, find a cliff to jump from, stuck in a cave, try swimming in lava, and you get immediately teleported to your base camp where you get access to a fast travel system. The game also does a really crappy job explaining you things. I've learned that it has dodge ability only halfway in when I learned a counterattack, and I discovered that I can climb vines only using video gaming logic. I guess it is all in the manual that comes with a console copy, meanwhile no one even thought about making a proper PC port, of course. The only loot in the game is gold, and the only way to get gold is finding it just lying around. There are bags of gold, pots of gold, and hold your socks, chests of gold. But do not bother with looking for gold too much, you don't need a lot of it. There are some useful moves like holding right bumper and mashing X, and it is pretty much it. Weapon upgrade system is completely useless. You only get one set of weapons that you upgrade twice throughout the game for free, and I'm not sure if these upgrades actually do anything, you don't seem to do more damage at all. But what you can spend your money on is weapon runes, that you only need one of, and one level in it is more than enough. You see, ice rune stun locks every enemy in the game and 2 shots most of them. I have never ever had to use anything else. You can also spend your money on consumables that are OP as heck, throwing axes being incredibly cheap one-shot every small enemy and do immense damage to large ones, so every last one of them can be defeated by hurling axes at them and doing a one fucking repetitive QTE. Even the final boss is like that, but to kill giants you need to go through 3 QTEs. I'm serious, a game dev should have a finger cut off for every fucking repetitive quick time event a player has to suffer through. And why the hell do I have to mash B for every fucking action in this game? Why can't I just press it once? What the hell is wrong with you? By the way, if you think the game can't be more annoying, just enter a shop. You can only purchase 1 item at a time, so if you want to buy 10 axes, have fun.
Eye on that one. Watch what you're doing with that. I could... Oh, a fine blade. Oh, a fine...
When it comes to raising an army, you do it by freeing Vikings from a captivity of Hell's forces, and those Vikings are the most entitled little shits I've ever seen. They just sit there or wait in wooden cages for you to save them. They are fully armed and armored. More often or not, there are more of them than enemies guarding them. Why the hell do I even need such worthless warriors? Every fucking time you save them, it is not enough to, I quote, prove your worth. So this is where the questing system comes into play. Every single quest in this game isn't worth the time you spend on it. It is always go there, kill X, bring me X, or deliver X. I'm a freaking general of a goddamn army. Why the hell should I deliver your stupid letters? Ask some kid to do it for a gold coin. The most annoying quests are infiltration quests that every island has 2 of. The game thinks it has a stealth system, and it is one of the worst I've ever seen. Even though Forks and Man does stealth better. Skyrim starts quote-unquote sneaking whenever he feels like it, you have no control over it, and as long as you are far enough from enemy seeing distance you can do whatever you want. Every infiltration mission just comes down to find the path with no enemies minigame. By the way, Skyrim's basic stealth kill is chopping an enemy in half. I'm not joking, a simple backstab is apparently a far more advanced move I had to pay 3000 gold for. And now it's time for town assaults, what is supposed to be the most exciting feature of the game, that the devs do an impossible job of making it boring. First of all, just running at each other waving swords and screaming is not how Vikings fight, and I'm the one to know I reenact the bloody bastards. Where is the shield wall, where is the formation? That is what Vikings are known for. You can't even call them Vikings, by the way, because Vikings are pirates that kill, pillage and rape, but all these guys do is fighting for some righteous cause. But I digress. Every town assault comes down to an incomprehensible clusterfuck where you just mash attack hoping that you hit something. The only reason you are there is to kill shamans that summon troops. You can do it by 2 possible ways. Find the big guy on the battlefield, killing whom provides 2 dragon points needed to send a dragon at a shaman, or grave rush shaman's pillar things. That is quite easy to do because when you destroy a pillar it emits a shockwave that throws back enemies around you. So you jump from a pillar to a pillar and no one can stop you. That would be even easier if the targeting system wasn't such crap. So for you every battle becomes a merry hop to the nearest shaman in order to kill him, and every battle feels like no one but you really needs it. People are casually walking around the battlefield, and considering the inconsequential death, it is not a surprise because everybody is immortal in this universe, not just the main protagonist. And I can relate, immortality would also make a sloth out of me. No wonder why Hayes forces never even tried to take back towns you've conquered, and your guys just sit there in chains waiting for some blue bolt retard to rescue them. Another awful design choice, like the game needs more of those, is obligatory platforming. And considering that controls are total crap, these thankfully small sections are just additional annoyances on your way to the ending. Why even have those? Couldn't we have a better combat system if the devs didn't spend time on crap like that? It is just one of those soulless checkboxes. Let's include it because God of War does it. And finally, sound design. That is one of the things that can make or kill the game. Guess what it does to Battle for Asgard? Oh god, it is so awful. Again, one of the worst I've ever seen. Most indies just blow it out of the water. Your weapons sound like blunt sticks. Sometimes you don't get any sound where it should be, like here. And my favorite, rope ladders. Just enjoy. Do not buy this game, it is not worth it. I played it through hoping maybe, just maybe it becomes better towards the end. But no, it is a worthless piece of shit all the way through. So spend your money on something better, like Rune. It is a great Viking game. The name is GrrrVahrrr, and I shall see you from within my next video.
Goodbye, goodbye, see you again. Goodbye, goodbye, see you.